Hey everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. If you don't already know, my name is Janet and I'm so happy you are here. Y'all, today probably will be the very last video until after Christmas. I can't believe it. It just doesn't seem like it's time yet. But I wanted to get this video out to you because I have two great appetizers that you can use for actually any time of the year for any occasion. We're going to do little mini cheese balls and my late stepmother's beef dip recipe. Y'all, this was a staple at any gathering on Christmas at my father and her house. So, my father's and her house. I didn't say that right. Anyway, so let's get started. Let's take a look at what we need to do the dip. So easy, y'all. I know I keep telling y'all that. But that's just the way we try to do it. Okay, so if this is dried beef, we of course need dried beef. I thought I had 2 jars of this so that I could do a double recipe, but alas, I didn't. And then we need a handful of pecans. These are chopped, but they actually need to be smaller than that, so we'll give those a little chop. We need 8 ounces of cream cheese, and I've brought this to room temperature, and I went ahead and opened it so we don't spend too much time on that. Then we're going to use 8 ounces of sour cream, so 1 cup. I have my measuring cup ready to go for that. Then we need a small onion chopped finely and 2 tablespoons of bell pepper chopped finely. And that's it, y'all. So this is very quick. All we need to do is just chop up our meat and our vegetables and put in the sour cream and cream cheese, and then we'll heat it on the stove. And it does need to be heat or this stuff is hard as a brick. Imagine trying to dip a celery stick into a hard block of cream cheese. That's pretty much what it's like if you don't cook it first. So anyway, as you can see, when you take this out of the jar, it's rolled up. Just keep it like that. And then we're going to chop it very finely. So I left this rolled up and we're cutting it this way, and then we'll go back and chop it into small pieces. Now this is the best dip. When Anne served it, she always used the sociable crackers and celery sticks, and I think she later on actually threw in cucumber slices. But y'all, whatever you would like to dip, oh, broccoli. Little broccoli pieces. Whatever you would like to dip into this, it will work. It's just a dip. Treat it like any other dip. And before we stopped gathering, our little family had grown so big that we had to do double and triple batches of this dip. But we won't have that many at my house this year. It'll just be my 4, my sister and her 2 children, and maybe my brother. I don't know yet. So just a little small gathering. This should be enough for just us. And on Christmas Day, I don't cook. My husband forgets every year. I don't cook on Christmas Day. Not a big meal anyway. If I cook anything, like a meal, it's usually chili or something like that. We just have little snack foods like this dip and sausage balls, chips and dip. What do y'all do at Christmas? Do you do a big meal? I think I don't, because I do such a big meal at Thanksgiving, and they're just too close together to do 2 big meals like that. Now I will, just for my little family, because we're not going anywhere this year, we will just, we'll do a nice meal for us. We're going to do a ham, spiral ham, and actually just about the same thing I did last year for Christmas. Did y'all see my mountain, my hillbilly ham? That's what we're doing this year. And the pea salad and some Amish style potatoes. They're called cheesy potatoes. They're so easy. Because Christmas Eve is on Sunday, and we normally go out to eat on Sunday after church. But I'm sure with it being Christmas Eve, most places are going to be closed or busy. So I said I would cook a meal at home and we'd eat here. I prefer that anyway. So there we go. Just small pieces for your ham. And if you have some big pieces in there, it's no big deal. Yes. All right. Let's do our onion and bell pepper. Okay, we only need 2 tablespoons of bell pepper. So you just need just a few slices. And I leave the rib in there when I'm cutting. And just cut these into fine matchsticks. And fine is key. You don't want anything in this dip to be big and chunky. You want everything nice and small. So cut them up like this. And then we'll go back and cut this way in the little bitty pieces. That way everything's all nice and minced. And I won't make you sit through all this. I'll be back when we get it all cut up. And y'all, when you get done cutting, don't run the sharp blade of your knife across your cutting board. Use the dull part and slide your vegetables. That way you don't dull your blade. Okay, let's just measure out 2 tablespoons. Almost had it right. And if you do a little more, a little less, it's not going to hurt anything. It's just dip. There we go. Just set this to the side, and we're going to do the same exact thing to the onion. Let's add the onion. Oops, I missed a little piece. We'll just take it out. Let's add the onion to our bowl. Okay. Again, use the back of your knife, not the blade side. Perfect. Onions have got me going, y'all. Let's chop up our pecans. So they're already chopped, so we're just going to just chop them up till they're fine. Dropping the nuts. I got onions on my fingers. Y'all have sensory issues like that? Let me go wash it. I can't stand it. See, they're just about done. Oh, you know what? I have a pan of water in the back because we're going to treat this bowl like a double boiler. If you have a double boiler, you can make this recipe in it. I don't. I never have, so I just make do with what I've got. I use this glass bowl and I put it over a saucepan with water in it. Go. Oh, I need my knife. Hold on. Let's put this into the bowl with the onions. Oops. That's it for the chopping and preparing. All we need to do now is to add the beef, the peppers, and the sour cream and cream cheese. Let's add in the bell pepper and the chopped beef. Add in the cream cheese. We don't have to have every little drop. There's that. Now we're going to measure out 1 cup of sour cream. Again, you don't have to be super exact. Okie doke. Add in the sour cream. Okay, here we go. This is our saucepan with just a little bit of water in there. And I'm going to turn this on high simply to get it to going. But we'll turn it back down because we don't want it on high and it boiling really hard. We'll turn it down to medium low once it gets good and hot. But we take the bowl and sit it here. Okay, I raised y'all up a little bit where you can see. Excuse my kitchen. I've got stuff everywhere. We've got so much going on. Got our Christmas meal to get ready for Christmas Eve. And then Christmas snacks like this is for. But anyway, this is much easier if you already have that cream cheese at room temperature. You just start mixing it together. And then you let it cook till it's good and warm and everything's all creamy and mixed together. And that, my friends, is all there is to this dip. So easy, and this is the best stuff. I think we would have started a war if we had shown up for Christmas and this wasn't there. Once my stepmother passed away, my sister Rhonda, not the one that bakes but the other sister, she started making it. Hers tastes just like Anne's, and I think now that I've learned the secret to actually cook it, I think mine's pretty close. Because it can't just taste like it, it's got to have the right texture. Now don't walk away from it because you don't want this to get too hot and start boiling. Okay, this is starting to get warm. Now what you want to do is stir it and make sure that you get all of the cream cheese melted. You don't want to see any clumps in there. You want it all mixed with the sour cream. Don't forget to turn your heat down so it's not too high, but you want to keep it hot enough that the water underneath at least simmers. We'll be but just a minute. Okay, tasted it. It needs no salt. None whatsoever. We're just going to add a little bit of black pepper and get it good and stirred in. Y'all, this is good. I could sit here and eat this whole bowl if it wouldn't make me sick. Ooh. This and date balls are probably my favorite Christmas food. I'm so thankful that Anne gave me this recipe before she died. Well, a long time before she died. I had actually just gotten married. I hadn't been married too long when she gave it to me. But she gave it to my sister also, so at least one of us would have had it. And Darla, that's my stepsister, Anne's daughter. If you happen to be watching this, I've still got your cranberry relish recipe that you gave me, but I am so thankful for your mama. She gave me several really good recipes. She gave me this one, homemade ice cream. There's something else she gave me. There was a batter for vegetables if you're going to fry them. Good memories. And man, could she cook a can of, not Oreos and not Cheerios. What's those things? SpaghettiOs. She You could cook a mean can of SpaghettiOs. Okay, so we've got everything all melted, but we are going to leave it right here just to let it get good and warm. And when we do get this all done, when you serve it, you can serve it out of this bowl, but you know, just to make it a little nice at Christmas, you can transfer it to something else. But me personally, because we're not going to eat this right away, I'm just going to leave it in this bowl until we're ready to serve it. You see how thin it gets? And that's perfect. And it will stiffen up some when it's cold, but it keeps a texture of a dip when you cook it like this. Makes it much easier to eat right out of the refrigerator. Okay, we've got this good and hot. So one more thing. Just a couple little shakes of Worcestershire sauce. Nice and hot. Everything's all melty. We are good. So I'm going to turn that heat off. I'm going to take this off once this cools down. I don't want that steam to burn me. And that's very important. When you lift this, lift the bowl towards the back. Let that steam escape before you pull the bowl all the way off, or it will burn you. Y'all, we just need some crackers. Let's go do the cheese balls. Okay, to start this recipe, you need 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese at room temperature, and then you need 1 cup of shredded cheese. I'm shredding my own so it doesn't have those weird powdery caking, anti-caking, sticking powders on it. And it only takes a minute to grate a cup of cheese. And I am doing the fine grate. Then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of ranch seasoning. You are more than welcome to use your own ranch seasoning. I just haven't stopped the last 2 days to make any. So I'm just going to use the Hidden Valley ranch seasoning. Then we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of bacon bits, a little sprinkle of smoked paprika, and just mix it all together. Oh yeah, we need, you really kind of just eyeball it whatever you like, but I would say about a cup of chopped nuts. You can use walnuts, but I'm using pecans. In this cheese measurement here, it does not have to be exact. Just close to a cup and you're good. You go over a little, under a little, you're perfectly fine. That's about a cup. And I'm using the fine grate so that this kind of mixes up better with the cream cheese. And I just smush it down in there. I know some of y'all will be grossed out. I promise it'll be okay. It's too busy around here to care that much and be that particular. So there we go. Here's a cup of that. Put it into here. You actually probably should cream the cream cheese before you do this, but who said I follow rules very well? Since I've already got that in, hey. Ooh, sorry, that's loud. let's just go ahead and sprinkle in some paprika. Why not? There we go. I don't have an exact measurement on that. Y'all don't shoot me. All right, let's do 2 teaspoons of this. See, I promise, it's just Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. Oops. Well, guess I'll have to wash that spoon too, huh? That'll be all right. There's one. There's 2. Let's get some bacon bits. Hey, and if you like it more ranchy, just throw some more ranch seasoning in there. Do your cheese balls. You don't have to follow anybody's rules. Here's 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. Hey, let's just put in a few more for good measure. Hey. Let me mix this up and then we'll put the pecans in it because I actually need to chop some of those up. I'm going to use a hand mixer to do this part. Alrighty. Once you get it all mixed up, get what you can off of the beaters. Give it a good go around the bowl. And y'all, that's all there is to making, or at least mixing up the cheese balls. And if you wanted to, you could just make this one big cheese ball. There's not a thing in the world wrong with that. Just make it one big ball, wrap it in plastic, let it chill in the refrigerator for a little bit, and then just roll it in pecans or bacon bits. Oh, pecans. I forgot the pecans. Well, you know what? We're just going to roll them in pecans when we're done. It'll be all right. I'll mix up some pecans and bacon bits and parsley, and we'll roll them in that mixture. It'll be just fine. Now for this part, you're just going to use a scoop or a spoon and roll them into balls. And that's that. That's all you have to do for this part. Then we're going to chill them in the freezer, and we'll pull them out and roll them in the pecan and bacon mixture. And parsley if you want it. You don't have to use the parsley. Or chives. You could use chives. Don't be afraid to get your hands messy, but make sure they're clean. Okay, let's go put these in the freezer for about an hour. And then once they have frozen, we'll put them in an airtight container and we can leave them in the freezer or refrigerate them. Then when we're ready to serve them, we'll take them out and do the next step, which is coating them. Okay, when your cheese balls have chilled, you'll want to mix up, and there are no exact measurements, you guys, just whatever you would like. Pecans, if you want pecans, if you don't want them, leave them out. Some finely chopped bacon bits, some parsley, and then you're going to roll the cheese balls in that mixture. Now I have cheated. I kept a few out so we could do it together for the video. So I hope this works. So take your cheese ball and just gently, perfect, roll it around. Go. Just like that. And I'm going to place mine on a cracker. And just keep going till they're all done. Look at there. Aren't they so pretty? And as you can see, one ball is way more than enough for one cracker. So I would serve this on a platter with a side of crackers, and one ball per person, if you're using this for an appetizer, is plenty. And the dip, have some celery sticks, some sociable crackers, carrot sticks, broccoli, you name it. Oh my. There is Christmas on a plate, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. You guys know I love it when you come and stay a few minutes with me and just visit. And we just do a little something in the kitchen. You all, I so appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. And we'll be back before the new year. So you don't have to wait very long. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, may you be blessed. Merry Christmas.